was a former cover be made about sports Obama TV so your friend Benji the Flowman. Mr. Wa da be ya boy and say Oba channel you so na abo homodian na wa subscribe to a channel no de amaye o subscribe bi a see videos no bi nya de enye bi nhwe enye no nko a video na wo hwe no san like video no maye na comment fa comment eto ase na yenko yanim egusanfo we call work up e bayi ensensem o Black Stars so enyaye ye di hu nkomo bebre na amanache enene na 3 days ago ena ebe prompt wo se eye Guardian and BBC journalist and din e de Romain Molina eden simi ababe tudwa se okwan a African national teams no players ne fa so mbebo no eye ne du ba bia eye asefem ni na ne se players ne bi etue sika ansa no mawura eye national team na yebo e wo Ghana ha no wo mawura mu any other African countries we make examples of Cameroon and Ghana o chese nsem ekoso e wo Ghana ha no Ghana kwa de ne de eye okwa other African countries ne so a e okwa de bon kra na yen kasa emfama eye Molina no ene oni nuanom sompafo wo Kumasi edi nkomo achechire nsemu bebri edi achire wo mo investigations ahodo awaye edi afa in various national team from under 17 players omo tue sika ansana mpemfo e for bonuses ene afi okokopie mu a ya dey say allowance per diem sa players ne gia since 2017 a Ghana na 17 ko World Cup boys no etutu man mpemfo bia ansana omunya kwanya bo e Ghana bo no enye asem ketwa edu bia na nsem no ebi asefem yenkonkotie ano ane no mu nsem ene dia Molina no eka e dia fa Ghana football ho na yeni hu nkomo.
I mean, many investigations all around the world about corruption, some sexual abuse of minors. I mean, football is a beautiful game, but the industry is terrible. And in Ghana, what happened, it's been a couple of years that some of the players, including at youth level, had to give back some of their fee, you know, the bonus fee and everything. I take an example, for example, during the World Cup under 17 in 2017 in India, you had some players that had to give back a couple of dollars, hundreds of dollars. The coaching staff took them saying, well, you know, little brother, that's the tradition here. You have to respect the old people. You have to respect your older brother, you know, all these kind of speech. And they took money from the kids. Obviously, some of the kids refused it at the time because, you know, but some other were like a little bit, you know, psychologically weak. So they had to give it back. So basically, you have some players selected, maybe it's player from the bench that maybe weren't the best, but because they are giving something back. But this kind of stuff are also happening in Asia, in Central America. I mean, corruption, unfortunately, is everywhere around sports football, in Caribbean also. And it's also happened with the senior teams. Basically, you have some officials in federation, including the president, Kurt Ukraru, you know better than me, who at the time was introducing himself at Chelsea as a member of the family of Michael Essien, by the way. Well, definitely is supervising some careers. Now, he's over as an agent. But, for example, one of his former clients, Baba Rahman, is still every time on the national team. Some players maybe don't understand why. But you have a lot of policy in Ghana's football team, especially if the father of the Ayu's brother, Abedi Poli, who definitely is a football legend, but he has definitely too much influence for his son, for his two sons. And some of the players, including in this World Cup, had to give it back some bonus fee. That's the way it works, unfortunately. And as I said, that's not a big secret. I'm pretty sure many people in Ghana knew about it. The problem is no one wants to talk because it's a system. So basically, you have some intermediaries or person close to federation are saying to to agents, well, if you want your player to be there, you have to do a gesture. You know, I can arrange it, I can fix it. So you make like meetings and all that stuff. And they make you understand you have to give it back a part of your bonus fee, you know, because you're there, you know, I don't know what exactly is the name in English, but basically you earn some money to be in the World Cup. So
appearance fee. Over here, we call it the appearance fee.
That's it. So you have to give it back a part of it to some people close to directors of the federation. The problem we have on this, I have two problems on this. The first, these people always send other person because they can ask directly. For example, in Cameroon, it's the coaching staff who are stealing the money, but they don't see it. They don't say it directly. So they send people. They send some friends and some person say, I'm close to the federation, etc. That's same in Ghana. So after I have 2 names in Ghana, that I had to give it back, but we don't know where the money went after. That's the problem, because it's like shady people, you know. So I have the message. Someone sent me the message, obviously translated to me, and yeah, basically it was, you have to do a gesture, you know. You will earn a lot of money. I can fix it, but you have to do something.
Anya no kwa osan kasai e de fa academies minu e wo Ghana ye di nim sa academies no ade se eno e na abe Ghana yin savior right to dream academy e na fin so no wa fa academy no players o matete a o modi ama e Ghana Blasters ene Ghana Blasters Gideon Mensah osi akana no o ye wa fa for product e ho no fi e na okọ e Europe ukopiem so a abrante ne ndi Kudus Kamadin Sulemana o mu nyina so fie right to dream. And Ghana the nim say by national team this academies aboye nanso abrantie allegations a oye chirim say academies no export players no wo mo ema players no sign a slavery contract and so mo edoma ko Europe na no kwa no mo eton a wo mo agency and sign agents edema a players yi wo maame no mo ebre eyi pa na se wafa allegations sign ne se wo kwa de wo kwa na yes say oye awufo bi na mpese wo pese oba no kwa buchiri ko bobo nkwa dia e wo say mo pene so na contract bi mo bia no mo sign ansa na akoda no atumi akọ.
I know some of the players were like, basically they have no right to speak, no right to say I don't want to go there. No, they have to accept everything. The worst thing at the time is that they signed an 8 years contract with agents and everything, so they couldn't choose their life, they couldn't choose the career. They had to do what Right to Dream wanted to. But it's not the worst. The worst is Wafa Academy. Basically, Wafa Academy is threatening families. If you want to go to Europe, you have to sign with that kind of agent, you know? So it's always the same people that are taking the money, and they don't, sorry for my expression, but they don't give a shit about the human being. They don't give a shit about the family because they're threatening them. I know they're threatening some parents sometimes, for God's sake. But what happened in Ghana is because some person in Europe believe that African players are basically like slaves, and they have some complicity in Africa with some of the people, which is absolutely terrible. You know, the human trafficking is still existing in football. We had some terrible case in Nigeria, in Cameroon, other countries, but also happened in Ghana. We could all see our Kudus, our Suleimana, all these great young kids are full of talent, and Ghana is amazing for that. I remember in the time back in France when I was young, I had the shirt of the Black Stars during the World Cup 2006. I loved the Black Stars at the time, Muntari and everyone. Everyone loves Ghanaian players. But behind the scenes, there's all the others. What happened for all the others? The fake promise, when you ask money to the family, to poor families, when you threaten them. What happened? Does the Federation do anything for that? Nothing. And also, I wanted to add something else. But for sure, there was some bad treatment for some young kids. Some were beaten. And I know there was some sexual abuse also in women's football, but that's another matter. Some work in progress. So definitely, we need to talk about these matters.
We in Sebibri Abrante ne din e de Romain Molina. Or in Centrini, our investigations, in sports and as a football ayeboy ho. E de Guardian, any BBC nyina. And same no de atoga. E de Ghana football ho, any Africa de ekoso e wo yen football mu. Se players itu sika ansa no manya kwenya abbo national teams. Ye fem Benji the Flowman. Subscribe to channel ni sisi a. Uwi a no we ja comment e de ato ase. Na bibia tumi ayekama.